It's been a while since I created an original tag. The last one was the Istanbul tag over a year ago, back in January 2024, but I've got an original tag for you today. It's the March of the Mammoths tag. I was looking on YouTube to see if there was a March of the Mammoths tag, and I couldn't find one. So if there is one, I apologise for creating another one. My name is Jim. This is my channel, Books, Reading and Stuff. March of the Mammoths is an event that's been going on for over 6 years now. One of the creators, Jason of Old Blues Chapter and Verse, encourages us to read books of over 800 pages, which counts as a mammoth in Booktube terms. Not a hairy pachyderm, but a sizable book. First prompt, are you reading anything for March of the Mammoths? I'm actually reading two mammoths. I have this one, Neal Stephenson's Cryptonomicon, which weighs in at 910 pages in this edition. And I've got The Magic Mountain on Kindle, which weighs in at 1033 pages, two mammoths. I'll be very surprised if I read both of them in this month. But the idea is not to read the entire mammoth during the month, but at least to start a mammoth. This is March of the Mammoths tag, but it's not a mammoth tag. There are only 9 prompts. The second prompt, what's the biggest book you have ever read? I'm not quite sure here. When I had a free trial of Audible, I chose The Stand, which was 47 hours long, which is interesting because I listened to that during the pandemic and I was wandering around town and people were wearing masks and it's about a pandemic. But I didn't continue with Audible. I prefer to read books with my eyes, not with my ears. The paper version of The Stand is 1,152 pages long. I've also read It a long time ago, which is 1,184 pages long. It's all similar type of size. And I did read the Bible. The Bible over 1 year, no, 1 year, 3 years it took me to read through the Bible. This was way back in the 1990s. And a look at the Bible is 1,213 pages. So I'm not quite sure what's the longest book I've read. And I read last year, the longest book I read, according to Goodreads, is The Eighth Life, which they put at 944 pages, which is for the hardcover version, but I read the Kindle version, which is 1,258 pages. So it depends which edition you read. It's like with the Dickens books. Some of them have higher page counts than others, depending on the size of type. Going to the other extreme, what's the smallest book you've ever read? I did read the ebook of The Egg by Andy Weir, and that weighed in at just 3 pages. Prompt number 4. Is the size of a book intimidating? For me, I think it is. I've DNF'd this book twice. This is the 3rd time. I'm hoping the 3rd time I'll be able to get through it. But its size is quite intimidating. The only other book I DNF'd twice was War and Peace, an equally mammoth tome. Is size a consideration when you choose what to read next? For me, I think size plays an important part. This is the ideal size for me. It's about my Goldilocks page count is somewhere between like 200, 350. It feels nice, it's not too heavy. I don't like very short stories because they finish too quickly, but equally I'm daunted by huge tomes. So for me, this size of book is ideal. Prompt number 6. How many pages long is the book you're reading now? I have a few books on the go, but I'm taking a small break for the mammoths. I've been reading this, Pay Dirt by Sarah Paretsky. It's 385 pages long, which is a comfortable size for me. Prompt number 7. What's the average length of the books you read? Last year, Goodreads tells me the average length of the books I read is 293 pages, which seems about right. The last two prompts are not about books, but about mammoths. Do you think humans will bring mammoths back from extinction? The last mammoths became extinct on Wrangel Island, just off Siberia, 4,000 years ago. But they have a lot of DNA, and they might be able to use an elephant to bring back a mammoth or an elephant-mammoth hybrid. And prompt number 9, do you think they should bring back extinct animals? Who do I tag? As this is an original tag, I want to tag a lot of people, so I'll put you all down in the show notes below. And if you like these prompts and you're not listed, please consider yourself tagged. I want everybody to do this. If you enjoyed this video, then give it a thumbs up. This will help with the YouTube algorithm, and I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.